Greetings, my children of the night. I'm Eric Harrison. Welcome to the Death Twitch. A few years back, I actually did a real quick rundown video of behind the scenes how I make a review. This was actually way back when the channel was called Fucking Ingenious. Over time, though, my style has evolved, and I figured it's about time for an update. So we're going to show you exactly what goes into making a Death Twitch review. I documented the last review I did, which was The Gate, and you're going to get to see every single step that goes into the making of one of these suckers. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your behind the screens peek at the making of a Death Twitch review. Clearly, the first step in creating a review would be choosing which movie I want to talk about next. I tend to just choose movies that I like and stuff that I really want to share and talk about with everybody. There's some exceptions, like when I do a franchise review. Some of the movies I like and some of them I don't like. Sometimes I gotta go off on an epic rant. And I know you guys get a kick out of that, but honestly, I think that there's more than enough pessimism and nitpicking in the review community. So I do try and avoid that. I like to pick movies that I enjoy so that when I do review it, I enjoy the process. I enjoy talking about it to you guys. When I'm on camera, I'm very animated, smiling, laughing, having a good time because I'm talking about a movie that I like. And I'm being positive about it, and I'm hoping that other people get those vibes and enjoy the video and it makes them want to go see the movie, or if you've already seen it, it makes you want to go revisit the movie. So, you know, I just go down a list, kind of got a mental list going on, and this time I chose The Gate. It was a childhood favorite of mine. This movie really scared the living shit out of me as a little Eric, and I love it, so I want to talk about it. And then the next step, once I've decided exactly which movie I'm going to review, is, well, I've got to gather up assets. I'm going to need video, I need a copy of the movie, I need maybe the soundtrack, probably pictures of like the director or certain people that were involved. You know, basically, and I have to have like a background, and either I can find a wallpaper or I have to make my own. So I've actually already started collecting some assets, so let's take a look at what I got. So yeah, after I've decided what movie I'm going to review, I have to start gathering up all the assets and everything I know I'm going to need. So I create a folder for the movie, and I've actually already began gathering some of these assets, so let's see. And you know, I still got more things to find, but I went and I found a TV spot for The Gate, and these are not easy to find. You know, for old movies, especially good quality, it's not easy. Here I got a couple of wallpapers. I don't know if I'm going to actually use any of these or if I'm going to have to create one of my own. This one looks alright. I'll probably wind up using this. I might change the color because I'm not so keen on the pink there, but yeah, that one's pretty good. We'll probably wind up going with that. And of course, I have to find other things. I got multiple copies of the trailer in case one is not quite good enough. I have to try and locate music because so I can have some kind of background music, and I always choose something from the movie soundtrack. That makes sense, right? So unfortunately, some movies are harder to find assets for than others. And here I have the Gate, the making of. I found this on YouTube. So I watched this already, and it's, you know, it's always nice to know as much about a movie as possible. So watching something like the making of or the behind the scenes will give me insights that I might not have otherwise known about had I just watched the film. And of course, I may actually find something in this documentary here that I want to use in the actual review. Now there's a few more assets I gotta try and find. Like one piece of music won't be enough. I'll have to either find another one or just repeat this one throughout the whole video. And if I can locate a better trailer, that would be great. So once I've collected all those things, then it's time to watch the movie. Now, I tend to watch a movie that I'm going to review at least 2 to 3 times in about a week's span. I do this because I want to get as much information out of it as possible. Sometimes I'll catch something on the second or third viewing that I didn't see the first time. Now this has changed. Back in the day, my reviews were shorter, and yes, I would just watch them once. talk about it. Sometimes I didn't even watch the movie, I would just talk about it from memory. But my review style has definitely grown and evolved over the last few years, so now I try and find absolutely everything I can find to talk about the movie. And then, so I watch it 2 to 3 times. If I have the option of listening to the director's commentary, I will listen to the director's commentary, see what he had to say. He might share some insights that I didn't know about. And during the process of watching the movie, I do keep a notepad and a pen handy in order to take notes of anything that strikes my fancy, anything that catches my interest. So I'm about to begin. This is going to be my first viewing of The Gate. Well, not the first viewing, you know what I'm saying. First viewing for this review process. So here we go. Alright guys, so continuing the review process, I watched the movie the other night and I took notes. I also went ahead and did some snooping around the internet and checked out the IMDb page of The Gate as well as its Wikipedia page, just basically looking for tidbits of information, trivia, things I might want to know to bring up in the review. Last night I did not watch the movie. I wanted to give myself time to kind of let it all sink in, but it is movie night yet again, so time for the second viewing. And after that, I'll probably watch it once more and then organize all my notes into one cohesive review, and then it'll be time for lights, camera, and action. Alright, so last night I watched the movie for a second time. I did wind up taking a few more notes, not a whole lot more. I also came up with a few ideas about doing a kind of a skit for the review, which I hadn't planned on doing, but that's just part of the creative process. It's actually a really enjoyable part of the creative process when stuff just kind of, ideas just spring forth within you, and you're like, oh yeah, that'd be fun. So, but now that means I have more work to do. But hopefully it'll be fun and it'll be worth it. So yeah, I didn't plan on doing extra stuff. I thought I was going to do a straightforward review. Now I think I'm going to do a little skit thing going on, which means I got to film some extra scenes, and then because I'm doing this on top of it, it's double the work. So everything I film for the review, as far as the skit stuff goes, then I have to put a second camera on me filming me film for the review to document what's going on. Hey, that's part of the process. This is what happens. Anyway, so I'm ready for a third viewing of this motherfucker. Let's do it. Here we go. Okay, so last night I watched the movie again for a third time, and it wound up turning into a drunken Terry, even though I didn't plan that. It was spontaneous, but that's part of the creative process. That's a fun part, too. So I took a few more notes, but I think I'm just about ready to do this. So I've decided that tomorrow I'm going to try to record a review for this sucker. And when I say try, because I don't know what's going to happen. I can say tomorrow's the day, but I don't really know. We'll see when tomorrow comes, whether I get it done or not. But yeah, at some point, I never really feel 100% ready. I can prep for as long as possible. I never feel 100% ready, so I usually have to decide, all right, I'm just going to do this now. And that's what I've done. So tomorrow, today I'm going to clean up my notes, organize them, really figure out everything I want to say and the order that I want to say it and whatnot. And then tomorrow I'll record and probably start editing. I'm not sure if I'll edit all in one day or not. Sometimes I just sit down for a good 7 hours and edit a video, and sometimes I break it up over the course of days. Just depends on how I feel and how much free time I've got. And so the rest of today I'm just going to make sure I've got everything I need as far as assets for the video goes, make sure my notes are in order, make sure I know what I want to say about the movie, and otherwise, yeah, tomorrow will be the big day, and that's when the fun starts. I mean, it is fun, but it's a lot of work once you get down to the editing and stuff. It's kind of tedious, as you will see. Anyway, I guess tomorrow I gotta finish what I'm doing, so see you then. Alright, so it's review day, and hungover, I don't feel that great, and it's getting real late because I slept in. Every time I'm like, man, I'm going to get up early, I'm not going to drink too much, I'm going to get up early, I'm going to get this done, knock it out. I can pretty much confirm that it's like this every time. I just, this is the way I roll it, apparently. But anyway, yeah, now I'm trying to get everything together. I got to get these notes in order. any kind of last minute whatever before I hit record. It's a little bit frustrating. I don't really know how I'm going to pull off the stupid little bit I want to do at the end of the video. But I guess I'll have to figure out something. I might have to compromise. That's just something that I do. Sometimes if I can't make something work, you just got to fucking compromise and roll with it. Don't let it, become too big of an issue that it brings everything to a halt. Alright, I know it's getting fucking late. I should already be on top of this. Ugh, whatever. So I better stop diddle-daddling and get down to work. Okay, so it's review day, which means I gotta set up my equipment. For lights, I use 2 soft boxes, each with a 300-watt bulb. My green screen is actually 2 green drapes that I bought from Walmart for about $7 a piece. My camera that I use is a Sony NEX FS100, priced at around $5,000 or $6,000. This camera is way overqualified for this job. I should actually be making real movies with this sucker, and hopefully one day I will. Once I got my situation set up, it's time to hit record and start reviewing. Ready or not, here we go. And no, I never really feel 100% ready. It's never going to be 100% quiet around here. It's never going to be the exact perfect conditions. You just got to go for it and do it. Fix it in post if there's not any kind of issues. Okay, let's fucking get this shit done. Been working on this for a week and I only just now getting down to the filming. Alright, so we need to do some intros. Do a cold opening intro and then intro to the official intro of the show. Then it's time to talk about the movie, outro, and done. Then it's time to edit for fucking 7 hours. Okay, so the review has been shot. Now it's time to get down to the dirty task of editing. So I use Final Cut Pro to edit all of my videos. I actually own Adobe Premiere as well, and a lot of people swear by Adobe Premiere. I personally prefer Final Cut Pro. I find it to be very user-friendly, and I don't know, it just seems to work for me. So what we're going to do here is basically I now have to import my footage of my review and all of the assets, and then it's time to start building it up and make a review out of it. So how does that go? Well, essentially, you just got to put in the raw footage of the entire review, and this will be the basis for everything else, of course. And then what you got to do is color correct it and put in a few effects, key out the background, stick another background in there, and then it's basically the foundation. It's like a skeleton of what the review is going to be. You put clips over it, add some music, sound effects, transitions, and whatnot. This takes a long time, especially now that my reviews are longer than they used to be. This takes just a very long time, so I cannot walk you step by step through each little thing, but I'll give you a general overview of how this goes down. Okay, so it's about 5:30 right now. I still have quite a long ways to go on this editing. I need to stop and get something to eat because I haven't eaten anything yet. So I'm going to go have dinner and then it'll be back to it for another few hours, of quite a few hours. Alrighty then. It's 7 p.m. now, still editing, still have a long ways to go. It might be up on my channel by midnight or something like that, maybe. This is pretty much every time I have to edit. If I decide to do it, I'm going to do it in one sitting, yeah. It takes all night long. I better get back to it. That are trying to bring it back. Alright, so I'm just about done with the editing. I'm kind of just looking through it and making sure everything's clean and everything gels together. And then I have to do the sound design, which is my least favorite part, but I think I'm going to go light on it. I'm not going to overdo it. And then after that, it's time to export it, and that'll take a little while. I'm not sure. It depends. 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. I have to create a thumbnail for this sucker, upload it to YouTube, deal with copyright issues, and then you guys finally get to watch it, and I get to go to bed. So I'm in the home stretch. I got to get back to it. All right, so it's going on 10 p.m. and guess what? I'm finally done. Hell yeah! Actually, not really. It's not actually done until the video's been uploaded to YouTube and you guys are watching it. But I'm done editing. I am now exporting. Check that shit out. Look at it go. Hell yeah. And so after that, yeah, I gotta make a thumbnail now, and I gotta upload it to the old YouTubes there, and then I gotta tell those people it's fair use, and then it's fair game. You guys can check it out and hopefully enjoy it. Man, it's, you know, that makes it worth it, knowing like people enjoy it. Right when you're right in the middle of the editing process, for me anyway, I do like editing, but it's so tedious and time consuming, and it's like, my entire day off was spent doing this. My entire day off. I get to go back to work tomorrow now, but whatever. There's going to be a video for people to watch and hopefully enjoy. Shit, man. Feels good. Feels good. I'll be able to sleep well tonight. Alright, so I got to just finish up here and make the thumbnail and stuff, and then we'll be good to go, I think. Alright. Alright, so I've made the thumbnail, uploading the video. It's got about 2 minutes left to process. And I've, you know, did all the normal stuff. You guys know how to do this. Filled in the description, did the tags and stuff like that. After that, I have to put in the annotations for all the options at the end. You know, subscribe here, click this video. And then I have to do that one last thing, which is deal with the copyright thing. And I pretty much what it is I get a dispute every time, and I just send them a copy of the Fair Use Act. I just send them what the definition of fair use is, and that's it. I was like, hey, you know, it's like, I'm not even trying to make money off this, really. I just want to do this because I like it. And people, you know, they understand that they can make money off of me. Now, it's their product, it's their movie, they own it. I don't have a big issue with them making some cash off of my video. It'd be all right if I made a little bit for myself, but I'd rather people be able to see it than I have to make money off. You know what I'm saying? So it's a fair trade for me as far as I'm concerned. And then after that, boom! You guys, it's all yours. You get to watch it, hopefully enjoy it, leave comments, share it, all that cool shit. I guess that's about it, really. Now it's in your hands. Enjoy. And that's how it's done, son. So if you were ever wondering why sometimes it takes a while for these reviews to get released, well, now you fucking know why, don't you? Yeah, that was a hell of a fun time getting to do something a little bit different there, give you guys a peek behind the scenes at the Death Twitch. I just want to thank everybody that supports me, all the subscribers, all the other cool-ass horror channels out there. All of you guys, you rock. So I'll catch you on the next review. Peace out.